It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, hey, we some snipers.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. In case you've been living under a rock, it's NVIDIA earnings day, the earnings event of the year, the biggest earnings report that we have all been waiting for. So much rests and relies on this earnings report, probably one of the most important earnings reports that we've seen in quite some time. I'll talk about why that is. We'll talk about what our expectations are. I'm going to cover that analysis with you here live as those earnings come across the wire. We're still waiting patiently for NVIDIA earnings. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist last year for Best Data Analysis Tool, and we're currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university-level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody here at True Trading Group. Now, why should you listen to anything that I discuss on this channel? It's a great question. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college, where they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. We have 10,000 members in 115 different countries, truly a global community here at TTG. So if you guys are ready to learn trade and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel. Myself, other mods, and special guests will drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas to help you all make money. It's the end of the day. That's why we are all here. So if you've not yet done so, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out of any of these live streams. We're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. Now, while we patiently and anxiously wait for NVIDIA, there are other major tech companies that are coming out with earnings. One of them being Salesforce. Now, this is an interesting report coming through here, coming across the wire on Salesforce, because Salesforce did beat, but their guidance is light. Their guidance came in light. The initial move was to the upside on Salesforce, but that guidance, I think, is an issue and should see some selling pressure come back into the name. That's why the initial move was to the upside. Now you're getting that pullback. We went all the way to 270, now back to 259. The CEO is going to be on Fast Money with Jim Cramer tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are shareholders of CRM, you're interested there, be sure to tune in. But I don't see this stock going back. I mean, I think that the most important part here for these tech names are going to be their guidance. And not to mention just that, you have a massive resistance level on Salesforce right here in the high 260s. And if you guys take a look here at my chart, you'll notice support, support, support. You have the huge gap down underneath it, and then resistance, resistance, resistance. This yellow line is also the 200-day moving average, and that lines up right there as well to add resistance. I don't think Salesforce is going to be able to break above that 268, 270 resistance. I think we got a little bit of a lid put on this name, and I think you can look for us to kind of trade in here. The only way I feel like at this point that maybe you take that level back out is during the conference call if the CEO discusses something that has investors excited about. But here's what you look at, okay? Their earnings per share was a beat, $2.56 versus $2.36. Their sales were also a beat, $9.33 billion versus analyst expectations of $9.23 billion. But their guidance came in light. Okay, their guidance did come in light, and I don't know if we're going to see this stock make a new after hours earnings high with light guidance. So I'm leaning towards us not being able to break through that level. It's a big technical level on the chart with being, lighter than expected guidance. I think that is enough to keep a lid on Salesforce. We'll see what happens when they go through and have their conference call. Another big company that just came out with earnings, and it is CrowdStrike in the cyberspace. Okay. Now, CrowdStrike, this is their first earnings report after the big outage that was kind of all the rage, and stock had that huge gap down and a huge sell-off when they had that technical outage. They're coming through saying we are working with customers to recover from the July 19th incident. So they did address it. They specifically talked about it. Their earnings per share was a beat, $1.04 versus 97 cents. Their sales were also a beat, $964 million versus $958 million was what was expected. All right. So you got kind of a flat move here on CrowdStrike. Kind of a flat move here, guys. Initial reaction was to the upside. You got this 277. You're pulling it back just a little bit. I don't know. I also kind of feel it's kind of similar to Salesforce. It kind of feels like a lot of these tech stocks, it kind of feels like they have lids on them. Kind of feels like there's ceilings on these stocks. You can see here, previous support level on CrowdStrike. And again, folks, we are waiting for NVIDIA's earnings. They're not yet out. We are waiting on NVIDIA earnings. But you can see support, support, support in January, February, April. Then you broke through that level when you had the big issue with the outage on July 19th. And then now you're starting to see us recovering. But as you recover, you run right into that level, and that level starts to act as resistance. You also have a death cross in the making. Okay, there's the 50 days, the blue line, the 200 days, the yellow line. When that blue line crosses underneath the yellow line, that's called a death cross. That is a bearish chart pattern. All right, that is a bearish chart pattern. All right, so that's not going to be positive. Any push up into the 280s, 290s, I think is actually a sell for CrowdStrike if it does push up into those regions. And I'll tell you guys now, if I do see the stock back up in that region over the course of the next week or two, I most likely am probably going to be shorting it anywhere up here in this region if the stock does actually push up and then reach that mark. All right, but even before that, you've got this resistance level right in front of, call it 280. Right around 280. And we'll see if the stock is able to break through that. A breakthrough there should take you to 290. And then that's when I would probably start to say, let's look for the short side if we can get up to 290. All right. So those are kind of the two big earnings releases today, aside that are not named NVIDIA. We'll hit on Pure Storage, PSTG. This is a stock that's actually in my long-term portfolio. They just came out with earnings, and the stock is right now trading to the downside. Their earnings are beat on earnings per share, 44 cents versus 37 cents. And sales were also beat, 764 million versus 755 million. This is a stock that I've owned the stock for a few years. But I like Pure Storage. I like PSTG. I'm going to probably hold on to this name for quite some time. The place that I would look for longs would be down here. If you get it, $40. That's kind of the area that I would look for support there for PSTG, down in the 40s. After the breakout of that top, that's what I'm looking for. You do have almost a formation of a head and shoulders pattern here with a really clear neckline, right? There's your neckline. And then here's your left shoulder. Here's your head. And then you can see maybe the start of the formation of a right shoulder. And then just be careful of this neckline, because if that neckline breaks, then you can get that maybe long-term purchase down there in the 40s. But then you have the 50-day moving average coming up on the weekly chart to add support at that $50 neckline. That's a level of support for you as well. All right, so these are just throwing this out there. I mean, this is something I own in my long-term portfolio. It's not one of my largest positions. It's not like an NVIDIA or an Apple or anything like that, but it is a name that's in the long-term portfolio, and it's going to stay there for quite some time. We also have Affirm coming out with earnings, and Affirm moving to the upside. A nice short position on Affirm too. Maybe we can try to stick this thing. So Affirm coming out, guys, with earnings. Let me cover this. Again, we're covering all the earnings coming out today, guys. It's not, NVIDIA is the big one we're waiting for, but some popular names that are coming through right now. Affirm is now up 13%. All right, they did beat on earnings per share. They lost 14 cents. The expectation was to lose 51 cents. Sales came in at 659 million. That's against expectations of 603 million. And they see Q1 revenue of 25. Look at this. 640 to 670 million versus analyst expectations of 604. That is a nice beat. That is a very nice beat and raise on guidance for Affirm. That should take this. That makes sense now when the stock is up 13%. That's a fantastic earnings report for the name. I would say you have to watch for technical resistance on Affirm that takes you up into the high 30s. I do think that Affirm is going to have enough juice to get there. What I would look for would be longs against 34. 34 was this previous little pivot area that you see right here. I'll draw it out for you. There is resistance at 34, resistance at 34. What else is there? This yellow line. That yellow line is your 200-day moving average. Now you're trading above it. You will see here, look back left, you see a ton of price structure, resistance, resistance, resistance in February, March, April, resistance, resistance in the high 30s. So for me, Affirm is a long down in the mid 30s, call it 35, stop loss 34, target 39, 39 to 40 becomes the sell as you have their resistance level there. All right. There you guys have it. All right. Stock's now up 13.5% and still pushing. Now up 14.5%, still pushing. All right. That's a pretty strong raise. It's a pretty strong raise with their guidance, guys. When you think about it, 640 to 670 million when analysts were expecting 604, 603 and change is actually what they were expecting. Stock now trading up 14%. 14% on the day. It's actually up more than that following earnings because the stock was red coming into that print. But that looks pretty good. Just be cautious of this resistance up here, guys. Again, you have big resistance up there in the high 30s. The closer you get to 40, the bigger that resistance becomes. So congrats those anybody that's long, but then that's an area where I would say, that's a spot we can look to take some profits off the table. For those of you that are long, which I am not. All right, NVIDIA, making us wait. You're making us sweat. NVIDIA making us sweat it out. So let me go through with you guys. I'm going to, listen, I don't like to guess on earnings, but I'll tell you what I think we might see from NVIDIA. I don't know. I think NVIDIA beats earnings, but their guidance is in line with expectations. And I think the initial move is up. And then I think the stock fades from there. That's my guess. But I try not to guess with these. I don't have a position as a trade. I've obviously long NVIDIA in my long-term portfolio, obviously, but I don't have a position on it for a trade. I'd rather wait, see what the earnings are, and then trade it tomorrow. Okay, I'd rather wait and see and trade it for tomorrow. We had a fantastic day in chat today, guys. What a monster day. SMCI, we could talk about SMCI, ASTS, Coinbase, Amazon, AMD. It's just an unbelievable day for us. And honestly, guessing is not what we do, right? Guessing is not what we do. We know how to trade. We know how to make money. That's what TTD is all about. Let's see, actually. Members, type the number 1. Tell me if you guys are making money, if you're becoming better traders with TTG. Go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. Again, if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders with True Trading Group, go ahead and type the number 1 while we patiently and anxiously wait for NVIDIA earnings. Sound it off. Tell me right now. Type the number 1 in chat if you guys are making money, becoming better traders with TTG. Yeah, SMCI was a monster trade. Yes, it was. And there you go. There's all these people typing the number 1. Woo! Way to go, Thrill Seeker. Added 30% to their entire account value today. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. Look at all these number 1s. This is what I'm talking about. In any market, folks, in any market. That's the beauty of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, NVIDIA is starting to make a move. Earnings are not out yet, but NVIDIA is starting to make a move. 128. Yeah, futures crushed it today. Futures crushed it today. Woo! Way to go, Hester. Hester made $5,000 trading SMCI today. Largest day for them in over 2 years. Hester, great job. Great job. Yeah, SMCI was an absolute monster for members today. All right, earnings are out. Wow, this thing's all over the place. All right, NVIDIA is a beat on earnings per share, 68 cents versus 64 cents. Sales come in at a beat, 30 billion versus analyst expectations of 28.7 billion. So that is a beat on earnings per share. It is a beat on revenue. We need the guide. It's a very choppy after-hours session. Wow. The stock has not moved. You went up to 128.50. You dropped to 122.50. You're right back to 125.50, which is right where the stock closed the day. Now, the analyst, the implied move on this was around 14 points. You haven't moved $2. Way to go, Maria. Maria made $14,000 today on the SMCI puts. Well done. Not on duty made 800% today on SMCI. Hell yes. Wow, this is going to just chop people up. Trying to move back to try to push to green on the day. Oh, buyback news also, guys. 50 billion additional buyback here on NVIDIA. That's nice. I like the buyback.
Demand remains strong, and the anticipation for Blackwell is incredible. He says
Demand remains strong. Anticipation for Blackwell chip is incredible. Full throttle to monetize their full stack. Okay, here we go. Here's the guide. They see Q3 revenue 32.5, give or take 2%, versus 31.77 estimates. They see GAAP gross margin 74.4% versus 75% on non-GAAP. All right, so I mean that's basically an inline guide. They raised their guidance a little bit, but they gave you a plus or minus 2%, which takes you within guide. So they said revenue is 32.5 billion plus or minus 2%, giving a 2% buffer up or down. Analyst expectations were 31.77. So them saying 32.5, give or take 2%, puts you at a 31. You're right at that number. You're right at that guide of the 31.77. I don't think this is going to be enough for NVIDIA stock to keep moving higher. I said to you guys earlier in chat today, and there's a fresh new low on NVIDIA. So I said this earlier today inside of chat. I said it on the live stream on Sunday evening, and I said it here now just before the earnings came out. If they give you, then I said a beat on earnings and guidance is in line, I think that's not enough to take the stock to new all-time highs. Okay? And the reason for that is because you have seen every single earnings report by NVIDIA has been a big guidance raise. Now, we've seen NVIDIA stutter after earnings before, and then you've seen the stock recover big time when Jensen Huang came on the press conference at 5 o'clock. So their conference call, rather, not press conference, their conference call is at 5 p.m. So it's possible Jensen Huang can come on, he can calm people's nerves, he can say some things that get people excited and bring some buying pressure back into the name, right? But I don't think this is going to be enough. Okay, now you can see NVIDIA really starting to fall now. Here we go. Now we're down 8.5%. Okay, now we're down 8.5% here on NVIDIA. The entire market is moving to the downside with it. You can see this move here to this on the SPY. Fun fact, wow, NVIDIA is really starting to sell, guys. Now we're down 10%. NVIDIA is still going, 9.5%. NVIDIA is bigger than 5 of the 11 S&P sectors. So NVIDIA is weighting on the S&P. The S&P is a market cap weighted index. That means the bigger your market cap, the more influence you have on the movement of the S&P as a whole and as an index. NVIDIA's weighting is 6.3%. That is bigger than the entire consumer staples sector. That is bigger than the entire energy sector. It's bigger than the real estate sector. It's bigger than the material sector. It's bigger than utility sector. One company. That's NVIDIA. Now the stock is down 9.5%. We just put in a post-earnings low of 115. Can 115 stick? I don't really see the significance of 115 from a technical standpoint. I don't really see there being too much support down there. Let me see, 115. Maybe 114, 115, close enough. But I'd say maybe 114. There's a little support level down there. But the stock is now trading to the downside, guys. Trying to bounce a little bit at 118.5. We'll see if Jensen Huang can kind of calm people's nerves. There's a push-pull here. It's an earnings beat. The $50 billion share buyback, I think, is fantastic because it reduces the size of shares outstanding, which is nice for shareholders. It's a way to add shareholder value when you make the shares outstanding less, and you can get these, the stock, the share price can move higher and make new highs without actually the valuation making a new all-time high. And as long as the share price continues to move higher, then that's how you're going to make money with the shares that you actually own. And that's why you see like Apple, famous for that. They've got one of the strongest and one of the most aggressive share buyback programs that there are. But the 50 billion share buyback, I think, is fantastic. That's a really good sign that they're doing that. And then I think it's going to be kind of up to Jensen Huang. But the guidance is in line with expectations. Earnings are a beat. I don't think this is enough to take us through that all-time high. I just don't. All right. You are bouncing now back to 123 off of that 115 low, back to 123. I just don't think it's enough to take us to all-time highs. Okay. Your all-time high currently sits at 141. You were just down 9.5%. Now you were down 3.5%. Some people were asking me earlier today inside of chat if I planned on adding to my NVIDIA position if NVIDIA dropped after earnings. My answer to that is no. Okay. But that's also because I already own NVIDIA. It's a very large position for me. If you've been following the YouTube channel for a little while, you guys know I always announce when I'm buying NVIDIA. I announce when I was taking profits on it. My purchases on NVIDIA were first 2018, small though. My first real sizable purchase was 2020. We then added twice in 2022, again in 2023. I trimmed some in March of 24. I reloaded that back on August 5th. So I'm good with the position that I'm in. I'm not adding to this position. If I did not own NVIDIA though, if I saw NVIDIA down underneath 100, I probably would be a buyer if I did not own it, but I do. That's a spot that I would consider buys. Another spot I would consider buys would be down around 80. And then I don't know if you're going to see prices lower than that. $50 is an automatic buy. Don't even ask. I'm backing up the truck. If God forbid we ever saw that price point again, I would pray to God we see that price at some point because I would buy a ton. I just don't think that that's realistic. All right. So let me take a look. Let's take a look at what's the chain reaction to this, right? Let's see the chain reaction to this because off of NVIDIA is going to give you insight into the entire AI space. Let me lower the TV now because I want to talk to you guys about why I think this is such an important, why what NVIDIA says is so important. The S&P right now is trading at 21 times next year's earnings. That's expensive. Okay, the historical average is right around 17 times. Now, to put that in perspective for you, the all-time high as far as multiple that the S&P was trading on was the dot-com bubble, 98, 99, which was around 25, 26 times. 2020, when we had the big COVID crash, we got as low as 14 times. Okay. Now, when you get down towards 15, 16, that's considered a buy. When you get up into the 20s, that's usually considered expensive, or I shouldn't say considered a buy. When you're around 15, 16 times, that's considered cheap. 18, 19 times is normal. And then up in the 20s is expensive. Right now, equities being up here at all-time highs are kind of expensive when you look at what they're trading for next year's earnings. In order for us to get that multiple to come down and allow the markets to actually make new highs and continue higher, I think you need to see earnings expectations for next year go up. In order for earnings expectations to go up, I think investors are going to need to feel that companies are going to be accelerating and increasing capex. Now, if you don't know what capex is, it stands for capital expenditures. All that is a fancy word for companies are investing in long-term assets. They're investing money into things that are not going to pay off now, but in the future are going to put them in a better position, are going to allow them to grow faster and become more profitable down the road. That's capex. I think that the AI industry is a perfect example of aggressive capex spending by all your big mega cap tech companies over the last 2 years. We want to see that continue to accelerate going into next year in order for investors to feel that maybe earnings expectations could go up next year, which means that the markets could move higher. But if investors feel like capex is going to decelerate or that the AI spending boom is cooling off, then that means that the 21 times next year's earnings are a little bit expensive. And you could see some profit taking kick in at these levels. I have a double top. I'll go back to the SPY. You have a double top in play and you're at 21 times earnings. You got semiconductors lagging. The SMH is nowhere near its all-time high, right? But the market has broadened out. You've had the Dow Jones make new all-time highs. You've had financials make new all-time highs. You've had healthcare make new all-time highs. It's not tech. Tech has not made new all-time highs, but financials did. Healthcare did. Other areas of the market are beginning to move higher. You've had 4 consecutive weeks on the Goldman Sachs prime broker desk, 4 consecutive weeks of net sell in technology. That means Goldman Sachs institutional clients, hedge funds, et cetera, have been net sellers of technology, not net buyers. But it's good to see that as that money came out of tech, you didn't just see the whole markets move to the downside. And what does that mean? When you see that money come out of tech over the last couple of weeks, what have these other sectors done over the last couple of weeks? Well, look at what the healthcare sector has done over the last couple of weeks. Look at what financials have done over the last couple of weeks. This means the money that's coming out of tech is being put to work immediately in other areas of the market. That's how a market rally broadens. Market rallies broadening out are healthy. You don't want to see the markets just continue to move higher because stocks like NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Apple continue to make new all-time highs. That is unhealthy and unsustainable. You'd rather see technology cool off, not sell off, but cool off, and then see other areas of the market begin to work. That means that money is being put to work elsewhere, and that's a healthy sign for the overall market. If we are going to make a new all-time high on the SPY, and I mean a considerable all-time high, not just we print it by a point, I mean make a new all-time high and extend into the end of the year and go to like 600, I think you're going to need other areas of the market to move higher, and I think you're going to need capex to accelerate, and you're going to need earnings expectations for next year to go up. I don't think I'm in that camp. I don't think 600 is a realistic target for us this year. But it doesn't matter. You don't need the market to keep making new all-time highs. There's so much volatility. There's so much action in this environment and in this market. And that's why you just saw so many people tell you before that they're making money with TTG and with this environment. We had a couple of triple-digit gains just today alone. Right? We had a bunch of triple-digit gains here today alone. And in case you guys missed it, we got about 4,500 people that are watching this with me live. So in case you guys miss it, you're just tuning in. Again, I'll ask the question. Don't just believe me because I said it. You should believe it because our members say it. Okay? Members, go ahead again one more time. Type the number 1 if you're making money because of True Trading Group. Type the number 1 if you're making money and you're becoming better traders because of TTG. Type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that's on this live stream that is not a member of True Trading Group, you should be paying attention to how many people type the number 1 inside of chat right now. Because every single person that you're seeing type the number 1, they are your friends, your family members, they're your coworkers. If they can do this, then so can you. There is absolutely no reason why these people can say that they're making money and you're not. They have full-time jobs just like you do. 82% of our members have a full-time job. They have the mobile app, which sends you real-time push notifications when our moderators enter and exit positions. That's how you can follow along with everything that we're doing during the day. ASTS just made a brand new after-hours low. I'm still short that stock. That was the huge win for me today. This stock's getting pulverized. Stock's down 12.5% today. I shorted this thing yesterday. It was a swing trade. I'm short from $33.21. That stock is now printing 27, getting absolutely slaughtered. Right? I'm still short that name. I took profits off today. We're still short that. Congratulations, everybody. Huge trades today on ASTS, SMCI, Coinbase, Amazon, AMD, which is a monster day for us. You're seeing everybody type the number 1 in chat telling you they're making money. Okay. Wow. Way to go, Matt. Matt gained 5% on their entire account value today, thanks to the lessons learned from TTG. Danny Noonan says, I love this thing. ASTS was a monster. Robert Alvarado made $2,500 today. Woo! Even Edgar, what's up, Edgar, says, I myself made a few $1,000s trading options today. Thank you, TTG. Yes. I love it. I love to see this. You guys can see all the people that are typing the number 1 in chat. This is what's possible. This is what's real. I'm curious, though, real quick, how many people are on this live stream that are not members? Making money with my Bluetooth. I'm making money with my Bluetooth on while working construction. Everyone can do it. Hell yeah. I love that. Listen, do me a favor. If you're not a member, can you guys just type TTG? Just type TTG in chat if you're not part of the community. I mean, look, we got 4,500 people on here. I doubt, obviously we have a ton of new faces that are with us today. Just go ahead, guys. Just type TTG if you're not a member. I just want to see, it might sound tedious. Just do me a favor. Just type TTG. Let's see who's on here that's not part of the group yet. Just type TTG. We got Temmie, Frazier. Yeah, just type TTG, guys, if you're not part of the team. Dirty Trader, welcome back. You were on a live stream a few days ago or about a week ago. I remember your username. So welcome back, Dirty Trader. Oof, Kevin McMorrow says, I signed up Monday. I'm loving it so far. Should be finishing up my membership Friday. Great job, Kevin. Let's see. We got Mojo. We got Sam. We have Kang. Cisco used to be a member during the pandemic. Cisco, we got to get you back. Cisco, do me a favor. Send a text message. This goes for anybody that used to be a member. You guys want to come back and you guys want to roll your sleeves up and start making some damn money together, send a text message right now to 1-888-306-8783. Again, that phone number is right there on the screen. 1-888-306-8783. Phone number is right down there. Cisco, if you want to come back, anybody that used to be a member, anybody that used to be a trial member, anybody that is currently a trial member, text that number right now. We'll get you guys hooked up. We'll get you back part of the team so you guys can start placing these trades and taking advantage of this environment that we find ourselves in here now. Lots of people still typing TTG. We got Donna, we got Paula, Rick. Kang Yu Chen says, I'll be back with TTG soon. Kang Yu, send a text message. Cisco, send a text message. 1-888-306-8783. Text that number right now. Oh, I'm being told no. Is that the wrong number? We put the wrong number on the screen. Nope, that's the number. 1-888-306-8783. Yes, that's the number right there on the screen. Text that number if you guys want to come back to the family, or if you used to be a trial or used to be a member, text that number. We'll get you guys hooked up and get you guys part of the team. Way to go, Charles. Way to go, Charles. Great job. My Lead Nation just started with us on Monday. What about new members? I'm glad you asked. K-Kist. All right, you know what, guys? Let's do this. All right, I'm going to give you my entire trading plan for tomorrow. How I'm going to trade NVIDIA. I'm going to lay it out for you guys right here, right now. Before I do that, anyone here that's not a member, okay, go to ttgoffer.com. Again, that is ttgoffer.com. I'm actually going to do you guys a real solid right now. It's Labor Day weekend coming up. We got the holiday. It's NVIDIA earnings. I feel like NVIDIA earnings in and of itself is a holiday. I'm going to keep for you guys the discounted rate for our annual membership in honor of NVIDIA earnings and Labor Day. Anyone that's here that's not a member of True Trading Group, the membership is normally over $2,000 for the year. However, today for you, for the next 20 people, it's $500 for the entire year. All you need to do is go to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code required. $500 gets you in the door and gets you part of the TTG family. With
real quick, I apologize. Cisco, you opted out of our text messages a while ago. You have to reply to us with the word start. So you have to send a text message with the word start to that number if you want us to reply. So I got your message, but I can't reply to it until you send the word start. But I'm more than happy to do what you suggested. All right. So just make sure that you reply with the word start.
Awesome. Right Mark, you too. Right Mark says, not currently a member. Right Mark, send us a text message, guys. 1-888-306-8783. All right. NVIDIA is starting to bounce. We're still red, but NVIDIA is starting to bounce. We're now down 3%. Right now down 3%. Remember, NVIDIA conference call is at 5 p.m. So in about 20 minutes, we'll see what Jensen Huang has to say. If he can ease investors' nerves like he did in the past. All right. Now, again, guys, go to ttgoffer.com. Okay. I do offer you guys a double your money back guarantee. I want to make sure you guys are all aware of this. I stand behind the platform that we've created. I put my money where my mouth is. I believe so strongly in this platform's ability to help you reach your goals that we offer a double your money back guarantee. It's right there on the checkout page in black and white. Go read it. It's real. The way it works is as follows. You join, you pay $500. I ask you to go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend a study group. You have the entire year to do that. You don't have to do this all in like 14 days. Okay? Just literally do those things. Take your time. Go at your own pace. If you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $500 membership fee, if you can't do that at least one time, we're not just going to give you back $500. I'm going to give you back $1,000. Because that means we wasted your time. This offer I'm giving is good until midnight tonight. Go to ttgoffer.com, take advantage of the NVIDIA earnings / Labor Day weekend sale that I'm offering you now, and sign up for the $500. You got the double your money back guarantee, which I don't think you need considering our refund rate is actually less than 2.5%. Our retention rate is 78%. Watch this. Do yourself a favor. Pay attention to what I'm about to ask. Members of True Trading Group, can you guys do me a favor? Type the number 2 if you are a lifetime member or you have renewed your annual membership. Type the number 2. The people that are on this live stream that are not members, I want you to ask yourself, if you joined, let's go through a hypothetical while you pay attention to how many people type the number 2. If you joined TTG today and you spent $500 and you fast forward to August 28th, 2025, and it's time for you to either renew your membership or cancel. If you did not make any money, worse, you lost money, would you renew your annual membership? Probably not. You certainly wouldn't spend thousands of dollars to become a lifetime member. Being that's the case, why did all of these people renew their annual membership and or become lifetime members? And it's because what I had mentioned and I asked before of who was making money. You saw the response. You see what's real. You see what's possible. 82% of our members have a full-time job. I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh no, I'm back at work. It's not COVID anymore. We have truck drivers that are on the road for 14 hours a day that are consistently making money and supplementing their income. We have police officers, firefighters, construction workers, accountants, IT professionals, mechanics, bakery owners, barbers, tree cutters. We have everything that you guys, you know what do? Can you guys type in chat what you do for a living, please? Type in chat what you guys do for a living. Members that are members of TTG, type in chat what you guys do for a living if you have a full-time job. And just read some of these comments. Like, see if you see someone that maybe does the same thing for a living as you do. Because if you see someone here that is a dentist, and you hear someone says, I'm a dentist, then why can't you do it? Why can't you? I'm offering this to you guys for this $500 price point. All right. And then we'll move it back to the $980 for the Labor Day sale. All right. So the next 20 people that join, it'll be $500 for the whole year. That's going to get you our 22 course curriculum. It's a simplified version of the training program that I received working at the fund in New York. Everything on ttgoffer.com is included in your membership. So everything that you see when you go to ttgoffer.com, everything on that page, you don't have to pay $1 extra for any of it. It's all included. All right. So Liddy, just go to ttgoffer.com. You take a look. That's what's included in your membership. All right. So it's our 22 course curriculum. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. You get TradingView's premium charting software, right? Trade Ideas Scanner. You get unusual options activity, dark pool data. All of this stuff is included. 1,000 hours of a video library covering different topics of workshops. Everything is included, guys. Everything on that page is included. You don't have to pay $1 extra for any of it. And then don't forget, you have the double your money back guarantee. We have to actually welcome Cisco. Cisco did just join. Cisco came back to the group. Everybody welcome Cisco. Cisco is the newest member of the group. Everybody welcome Cisco. Cisco, welcome to the team. All right. Again, guys, double your money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind. Wow. Maurice says, I'm a lifetime member. I've been here for 3 years. I put in $2,000. I've grown now to $50,000. Way to go, Maurice. Hell yes. There's Cisco. Cisco, welcome back to the family. I love to see it. I love to see it. Elvis, my man, you've been trading well lately, Elvis. I've seen your comments. Says it's worth every penny, guys. Don't listen to me. Listen to your peers. So it looks like that bounce back, guys, was a comment. CFO from NVIDIA saying that they expect billions in revenue from Blackwell sales in Q4. It looks like that could have been what that little bounce was. What that bounce was there for NVIDIA. My boy LJC3, I hope you're doing well, brother. I love this because this is, you're going to hear from straight from another professional. Anyone on the fence, TTG is a no-brainer. As a former NASDAQ market maker for 7 years and trading for over 25 years, trust me, trading on your own can be tough and adds to second guessing. Education and support here are second to none. That's coming directly from a former NASDAQ market maker who is a member now of True Trading Group. Speaking of market makers, one of our moderators, Gio, is a former market maker, is now a moderator at True Trading Group with over 30 years of Wall Street experience. All right. So again, guys, ttgoffer.com. Again, that is ttgoffer.com. Everything there is included. We got to welcome Rick. Rick, welcome to the family. Everybody welcome Rick. Here we go. Kevin says, I'm starting with $2,500 in my account, so hopefully it goes well. So far, one day, $300 profit, and another day, $150 profit. Way to go, Kevin. Way to go, Kevin. I like it, man. Keep hitting those singles and doubles, baby. They add up. I like it. I like it a lot. Guys, again, ttgoffer.com. Take advantage of the $500 price point. After midnight tonight, the price is $980. In honor of NVIDIA earnings, I'm giving it to you for $500. You got the double your money back guarantee. Do not forget the double your money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind and to hold us accountable. If you can make the $500 back at least one time, we're going to give you back $1,000. It's right there. Read it. It's real. Our refund rate is less than 2.5%. That's why I can offer it. If our refund rate was 12%, I simply would not be able to give you double your money back. We would go out of business. All right. So there we have it. All right, folks. Any questions, send a text. Don't hesitate. 1-888-306-8783. Text that number with any questions. If you used to be a member, used to be a trial, text that number, give us and send the word start. If you used to be a member or used to be a trial and you guys want to come on back. What a difference to be trading with Mike and the TGD family as I have been trading NVIDIA. I know the support and resistance levels, and I didn't buy. I also didn't panic sell. I love it. Unbelievable. Great job. All right, guys. So NVIDIA starting to drift its way back to the downside now, 120. So it seems like our early analysis here and our early call on NVIDIA seems like it is the correct one. And that is an earnings beat with an inline guide and thinking that that would cause some profit taking. So that was what we discussed on here before the earnings were released. So we discussed inside of TTG here earlier today with members. And so far, that's exactly what we've gotten. All right. We're waiting for the conference call, which is going to start up in about 10, 15 minutes. Okay. Waiting for that. That's going to start up in 10, 15 minutes. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we're looking at this now, and let's go over kind of some trade ideas for tomorrow. I think what you might also be able to do, guys, is use NVIDIA earnings. Okay, is use NVIDIA earnings to trade some of these other names, like a AMD, because if the guidance is going to be in line and you're going to get this little bit of a pullback on NVIDIA, you just have to wait and see, does the stock reverse after the conference call? If the stock reverses after the conference call, then you got to take a step back on this trade idea. But if tomorrow morning we come, we wake up and the stock's at 117, 118, I think then you probably will continue to fade. Okay. Okay. I think that you'll continue to fade. And I think you can look at a stock like an AMD and look for that to kind of drift your way back down into the 130s as well. Again, as long as NVIDIA does not reverse after the conference call. So I'm looking for further downside on semiconductors. I'm looking for further downside on SMCI, which is obviously the topic of a major short report by Hindenburg Research. The company delayed the filing of their 10K, which just added to all the anxiety and the nervousness about accounting fraud or accounting manipulation, which is one of the things that Hindenburg Research cited in their short report yesterday. And then today, a day later, the company delays their 10K. That's one of the biggest red flags that I could ever possibly imagine, and is why the stock is down 22% today, right? You know, you can't have a short seller say, hey, there's accounting irregularities within this company's books, and then the very next day you announce that you're going to delay the filing of your 10K. That just took everyone's concern and everyone's anxiety and everyone's nervousness and just poured gasoline on it, amplified it. And now you got this downward move and the sell-off today. And everybody that hung in there with the stock yesterday after the short report, they decided to cut bait today. Stock drops support level. And this is why I think that SMCI does go lower. Support level for me is down around 360. All right. The mid 350s, 360, that's support level for SMCI. And that goes all the way back to last year, all-time high. You had this all-time high of 360. You then got back to that level here in January. When you broke through it, that was it. The stock just took off. We actually killed SFCI in January. We were trading it on that break. We didn't hold for this whole move, but we killed it on that break. But that level was never retested, right? You never pull back in to retest that level to see if it's then support. Well, now you're going all the way back down into that level, and that's the spot where I think the stock might try to bounce from. So I can't imagine that if NVIDIA were to go lower, I can't imagine SMCI does not get underneath 400. I cannot imagine this stock is not staring 360 in the face and staring the breakout of that prior level right in the face. And that is where I would say if you're short the stock, that's where I can say you can look to take some profits off the table. If you can't help yourself and you're looking for dip buys, that's a spot where I think you could try a quick little dead cat bounce type of trade. Tony says there really is no other group that has what TTG offers. The tools, the resources, knowledge, the commitment to you is unmatched. This is the best of the best. I'm old. I've been around. I know. Tony, I appreciate the kind words, man. I appreciate those kind words, but that's just facts. Truth is truth. Facts are facts. Results are results, and the numbers don't lie. ASTS, just to kind of give you guys the update here. I told you guys on my live stream Sunday night that this was one of my top trade ideas for the week, and I was looking for a short on ASTS if the stock got underneath 32. We got underneath 32. We short the stock. I'm short from $33.21. Members are in the $30 strike, September 6th expiration put. That's already up well over triple digits, so you're already well into the hundreds of percent. I'm looking for another down day tomorrow, and then we can probably start to get ourselves out of that position. I'm looking for another down day tomorrow, maybe a candle to look something like this tomorrow. Your next support level is going to be down here, right around 23. I'll probably be out of this position prior to that because you have this little pivot top right here, which sits around 25. So my target to get out of this trade entirely is between 23 and 25. 25 being the previous pivot all-time high from 2021, and then 23 being the high of this break, the previous high before the breakout. And that gives me a target. Let me delete this. And that gives me a target zone of right here. Okay. So right here is where I will be, where I'm looking to get flat my position and take my final profits off the table, right? So right inside of this range right here. So I'm looking for one more down day tomorrow, and then we'll take profit. Now, I'm not in my whole position. I have taken profit along the way. I took profit over the last 2 days. We're in the driver's seat. I'm still short some, and I'm going to get flat right here inside of this green square. Okay, so that's just for those of you that are following me on the ASTS. My boy Danny Noonan, I know, had a big day today. Short ASTS. A lot of you are in that trade with me from yesterday into today, and that's a absolute thing of beauty. Congratulations, folks. I also, listen, there's probably some people that are on this live stream that are probably long ASTS. I know it's a big social media name. I know there's a lot of people on social media networks that are talking about squeezing the stock higher and buying this and buying that and hold on forever. I saw what I saw. The charts don't lie to me. Looked like this stock was running out of steam and running out of momentum. And, I just sometimes, I feel bad that some, people are losing money, but we're making money to the downside. But when push comes to shove, I guess I don't necessarily feel bad, because when you make money in the markets, that means somebody else lost it. Right? So, no, Donna, you said it comes with TradingView free version. No, Donna, it's actually the premium. TradingView Premium is included when you guys join TTG. So you just go to ttgoffer.com. Again, Donna, everything on ttgoffer.com, everything that's listed there is included with your membership. It is the premium version of TradingView. That's what I'm saying. Some of you may pay for this stuff. Like, you might pay for Benzinga Pro already. That'll probably cost you over $1,000 a year. It's included when you join TTG. The Benzinga Pro newsfeed, that is. TradingView Premium is like $600 a year. You might pay for that already on your own. It's included when you join True Trading Group, but you can join TTG right now for $500. So again, you just have to go to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code required. Sign up. You're good. Any questions? Text us 1-888-306-8783. Phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. Text us with questions. All right. Oh man, SOUN. I do not like SOUN at all. GMask. It's an AI name. I get it. I know people are looking for like these really cheap ways. Yeah, Donna, trust me, I know. It's a no-brainer. Donna said the premium version costs more than your membership. I know. Which is why it then therefore makes sense to just go ahead and join True Trading Group. All right. So yeah, with SOUM, it's not a stock I own, GMask. It really, I know people are looking for cheap ways to get involved in AI, thinking that, I can find a, $5 stock that'll eventually be 500 like NVIDIA. I just really think that you've had this massive AI boom over the last 2 years, right? And it's just, what has the stock really done besides that little pop you had in February and March? Somebody sent in a message that says, how many option alerts do you give and what is your success rate? We give multiple option alerts every single day. There's day trade and swing trade option alerts every single day inside your training group, many of them. And our success rate, all of our trading activity is actually listed on our website. The moderators and I upload our trading activity from our brokerage accounts to the TTG site, which records every single transaction that we take. So every buy, every sell, every entry, every stop out, every take profit, it's all there for you, listed with timestamps and everything. So you know exactly when we're in and when we're out. And the moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of those executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 or 5 years. We have to welcome Troy. Troy just joined. Everybody welcome Troy. Troy's the newest member of the group. Everybody welcome Troy. Troy just joined. If you already have a TradingView subscription, should you cancel? I mean, I would, but just wait, get yourself familiar with our platform, use it on our site, and then see if you want to go ahead and cancel your other membership, right? See if you want to go ahead and cancel your other membership. But just, no rush, Cisco. Just see what we want to do. See how our the TradingView works on our platform, and decide if you want to go ahead and cancel what you're paying for already. A lot of members do that. We have a lot of people that join because they pay for Benzinga Pro, they pay for dark pool data, they pay for unusual options activity, they pay for TradingView. Well, we have all that stuff on our platform, so you guys don't have to pay for those things anymore. You just join True Trading Group. We worked out deals with all these different companies to have this data and these tools on our platform. It's the reason why we were a finalist last year for the Benzinga FinTech Awards Best Data Analysis Tool, was because of that. You have your own platform. Bob, we're an educational platform. We're not a broker. So we're not a trading platform. You trade with whoever you trade with. Thinkorswim, Webull, TradeStation, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, whatever. You trade with whoever you trade with. We don't have a trading platform. We're not a broker. We're an educational platform and community. Ah, Wizard. Nice, Wizard. I like that, man. Wizard, congrats, brother. Welcome, Varun. Varun, welcome to the TTG fam. Everybody welcome Varun, newest member of the group. Varun, newest member of the group. Everybody welcome Varun. Ah, Glenn Wilson, thank you. Glenn Wilson says, new people, Mike is an incredible trader. I like to think so. I don't think I'm the world's greatest trader. You know, I have red days. I make red trades, but I'm right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong, right? And we make a lot more when we're right than you lose when you're wrong. And that's the key to trading. The key to trading is not predicting the future. You know, everybody thinks that like, oh, I got to find this person that can predict the future. That's not what trading is about. Trading is about identifying high probability setups. Put yourself on the right side of that probability over and over and over again with a proven strategy. Stick to your risk management, follow your damn rules, and execute on your plan. And if you can do that, you make more money when you're right than you lose when you're wrong. You're going to be just fine. You know, I hate to try to like overly simplify things, but when push comes to shove, after you learn charts, and I'll teach you charts, right? That's the easy part. To be quite honest with you, teaching somebody like chart patterns and indicators, that's the easier part of trading. The harder part of trading is the mental and the psychological part. It's the discipline to actually follow your rules, control your risk, not get greedy, not get fearful, and really just not allow the money to influence your decision making. That's why trading is hard. I can show you thousands of traders that they know what a good chart looks like, but they still can't make money from it. So there's more to trading than just the charts. Trading is 80% mental. You know, that's why we have a big focus on the psychological aspect of trading. We actually have trader psychology courses, which are personally my favorite. We have also had, you know, trader psychology boot camps. We've had trader psychologists and performance coaches come and work with our members as well. These are the things that really make a difference. Tony says, by the way, you're never forgotten here at TTG. Customer service is there when you need, every time, no guessing, no waiting, no passing the buck. You get your questions answered and problems solved. Mike, your pre-market analysis is pretty right daily. Yeah, it is pretty good. I say it's one of my strengths. One of my strengths is my overall market analysis is pretty good. I was part of other groups and I was constantly red. TTG finally got me green consistently. Look at that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Elvis. Hell yeah. That's why TTG is the best training platform out there. They give you the alerts, but they also teach you how. That's the key. I want you guys to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You know, it's funny that like our goal is for you to not need 2 trading group. Our goal is for you to not need us to make money. That's our goal. I want you guys to be able to, you know, learn this stuff so you can actually start doing it on your own. Why is NVIDIA going down rather than pumping, like beating Wall Street earnings and all that, but still dropping? It doesn't make sense to me. Can someone explain? Sadie Bake, it makes total sense. It's actually exactly what we anticipated at your trading group. If it doesn't make sense to you, I really do suggest that you join your trading group, because this makes complete and total sense to us. It's actually what we were expecting. We said an earnings beat and an inline guide probably sees profit taking in the stock. It's exactly what you're seeing right now. The stock is not being aggressively sold, at least for the time being, prior to the conference call, which is starting up now. It's not being aggressively sold at this time. We'll see what happens during the conference call, but it's just profit taking. The reason for that is expectations. See, NVIDIA has blown expectations out of the water for the last several quarters, constantly raising guidance aggressively. And everyone came into today saying, is it possible that the AI industry spend is really going to continue to accelerate this aggressively going into 2025? And is capex going to really start to expand? Capex, if you missed it, That's companies investing in long-term assets that are not going to pay off now, but will pay off in the future, help the company grow faster and become more profitable in the future. That's capex. And we felt that if NVIDIA just had guidance come in line with expectations after raising guidance for the last several quarters, investors might be a little disappointed. And it's unfortunate because NVIDIA has spoiled their investors for the last 2 years. Every time they come out with earnings, they raise guidance, they raise guidance, they raise guidance, they raise guidance. Okay. Now, for the first time, they really didn't raise guidance. The guidance they gave was with a 2% buffer, which puts it right in line with what analysts were expecting. And that makes people feel like maybe the valuation is a little stretched. Okay. And that brings in a little bit of profit taking. And that's exactly what we see. So it does make sense. Okay. It does make sense. Right. And that's another thing that I'm glad you asked the question of, can someone explain this to me? Because one of the biggest mistakes that traders will make, and we have to welcome Chris, by the way. Chris just joined, guys. Everybody welcome Chris. Chris is the newest member to the group, guys. Welcome, Chris. But one of the biggest mistakes that traders make is because something doesn't make sense to them, they think it doesn't make sense in reality, and therefore the opposite should happen. It's a very dangerous way to think. Right? So if you were to say something like, okay, the market's going higher, right? A lot of people said this over the last year. The market kept going higher. People say, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense, right? That the market keeps going higher. Well, that's not true. It doesn't make sense to you. It makes sense to millions of other people, because if the market's going up, then that means people are buying. So millions of other people, it does make sense that the market's going higher because they're buying it. It's just to you, it doesn't make sense. And that's not a knock on you as the individual. There's going to be many times where everybody, something doesn't make sense to them because they're thinking the other way. But you always have to remember, it just doesn't make sense to you. There's no such thing there's no environment really where you're like, the market's wrong. The market's never wrong. The market's always right. Get that out of your mind. Oh no, the market's wrong and I'm right. Very, 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 very rarely, 1 out of a million, will the market be wrong and you're going to be right. It's far more likely that the market's got it right and you've got it wrong. So rather than be stubborn with like, this doesn't make sense, therefore I'm going to do the opposite, and then it doesn't make sense and therefore I continue to do the opposite, that's how you blow yourself up. So don't ever say it doesn't make sense. Just say it doesn't make sense to me. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to stay wrong. Everybody's going to be wrong. Everyone's going to make losing trades. It's okay to be wrong. It's part of trading. You've got to learn how to control your risk when you are wrong. And when you are wrong, you need to be able to quickly accept that you're wrong and minimize your losses instead of being stubborn and holding on to losing trades and losing twice or 3 times the amount that you make when you're right. That math will never add up. You can't lose $1,000 when you're wrong and make $300 when you're right. You'll never, ever be consistently profitable if that's the case. So remember, it's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to stay wrong. If something doesn't make sense, it just doesn't make sense to you. It's not that it doesn't make sense in reality. Okay? When making a trade, how do we know for how long should we expect to keep the position for those who are not always watching the screen? So GMask, that's a good question. It really depends on the trade idea that you have, because I can trade ASTS as a swing trade. You can trade ASTS as a day trade, and we're going to have totally different game plans. My advice to you would be to use our mobile app, because if you said you're not always watching the screen, we have a mobile app when you guys join True Trading Group. It's free. It's available on iPhone and Android. We have to also welcome Ryan, guys. Ryan just joined the group. Everybody welcome Ryan. Ryan's the newest member to the family. Guys, remember, this offer I'm giving you is only good till midnight. So I'm giving you a chance for $500. After midnight, it's $980. I'm giving you a double your money back guarantee also to give you peace of mind if you can't make the $500 back at least once after going through the courses, passing the quizzes and attending a soda group. We're going to give you back $1,000, not $500. So take advantage of this. It's only good until midnight. Then the price is $9.80. All right. What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, the mobile app. The mobile app, GMask, will allow you to get real-time push notifications when our moderators enter and exit positions. So even if you're not in front of your computer, you can get a notification that says, Mike just shorted ASTS. He just said, look to buy this put option. You can log in on your Robinhood, your Webull, whatever you use. Log in, buy some puts, set a stop loss, and then put your phone down and just go back about your business. The next day, 2 hours later, whatever it is, you'll get a notification when I take profit. So if I take profit, you get a notification. It's going to say, okay, Mike just took profit and he's still holding some. Okay. So if you bought 5 put options, you can log into your account, maybe sell 2, adjust your stop loss to be 3 contracts now, and then put your phone back down. Then maybe the next day you get a notification, Mike took profit again. Wow, all right. He's still holding some. Cool. Log in, maybe sell 2 contracts, hold on to 1, put your phone back down. Right? That's how our members that have a full-time job, which is 82% of them, that's how they're able to benefit from the program. That's how they're able to do this. Right? I don't expect you to be staring at charts and computer screens all day long. That's not realistic. We would not have over 10,000 members in 115 different countries if this required you to stare at your screen all day long. It's not realistic. Let the moderators and I stare at our screens all day long. Lean on us. Let us do the heavy lifting for you. Go to ttgoffer.com, join the group. Questions, text us, 1-888-306-8783. Text that number, and we'll get you guys hooked up and get you taken care of. NVIDIA is making another leg down, guys. The conference call is getting underway, and NVIDIA is beginning to drift a little bit back to the downside. The stock's now back down 7.5%. We got to a point where we bounced back. We were only down 3.5. Now we're back to being down almost 8. You were down 10% at your worst decline. Feels like that's it. I don't think that we're going to get that type of a reversal. I don't know if we're going to get that move back to the upside, back towards like the 130s. I don't see the stock going green unless Jensen Huang says something crazy. I think the profit taking is in. I think the underachievement of the earnings guidance, I think it's solidified. I think it's in. I think the stock drifts. You might even see this thing get back to 115 and maybe even trade underneath that as we get into tomorrow morning. I would look to try to target SMCI and AMD for downside, guys. I would look for us to go look for the downside. We got to welcome Neil. Neil just joined. Everybody welcome Neil. Okay. Everybody welcome Neil. Everybody welcome Neil. Everybody welcome Neil. No, M-Trade. M-Trade says, are these only big hedge funds and institutions with solo traders trading futures after hours, Mike? No. We have our members in True Trading Group that are part of our futures trading program. They're trading futures. Dawn's, I think, trading futures right now as we speak.
Bro, can I say something for a second?
Of course you can.
What's up, guys? My name is Adam. I'm the co-founder of True Trading Group. And listen, every negative review you're going to read online is about me. And it's true. This is true. I can.
If you guys went and read, I'm not even kidding. If you went to Trustpilot and you read every single 1-star review, it's someone complaining about Adam.
And look, a lot of them are not wrong. I can be a complete asshole. Okay. However, you've never met an asshole so dedicated to trying to help you do well. And members in here can vouch for that. This is not the club where you come in here and we make you feel great about being you, even when you're wrong. Okay. That's, you're not going to sign up and you're going to hear everything that you want to hear. And it doesn't mean that I'm incapable of being wrong. And it doesn't mean Mike's incapable of being wrong. Right. But I got to tell you, if you're an STR member, can you guys go ahead and kindly type the number, or not STR, sorry. If you guys are familiar with a guy in chat named Dusty, can you guys type the number 1? He doesn't like cursing. We're constantly in chat. You guys know who I'm talking about? It's like a big deal a couple of times. Let's see. Maybe not. Let's see. There's a little bit of a delay.
I love Don goes, fact check, true.
It is, yeah, I get it. Yeah, visible cache. Type the number 1 if you guys know Dusty. Yeah. So we have this member. He hates cursing. And I feel bad because listen, during the day, we try and keep it very clean in there. This is not a Discord. Okay. This is not a, a pirate ship. Okay. We try and keep it very clean, very respectful, very demure. Okay. Very courteous. However, after hours,
Adam lets it fly.
I kind of let it fly sometimes, but I give fair warning. I'm like, yo, you guys can sign out right now. I'm probably going to curse a little bit. Everyone, like we're all kind of adults, kind of. I mean, I could be a child, but, it is what it is.
We love you.
Okay. Dusty is so mad. He's big mad about the cursing right now. He's using his wife's account because we banned him on his other account.
Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Who cares? Don't put him on blast.
I'm sorry for dropping an F-bomb occasionally. Or an A-bomb. Or I don't even know what else or a B-bomb. Okay? I'm sorry. And if that's the reason you want to hate me and us, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry. I hope we can be, fucking friends. All right? That's all I got to say. Thanks, Mike.
Anytime. It's true. Everything Adam just said is true. Everything is true. But I listen, honestly, with all the 1-star reviews and the complaints or whatever, guys, Adam is the business end behind True Trading Group. I'm the face you guys see on these live streams. I'm the trader. But True Trading Group is not just, a chat room with trade alerts. It's an entire educational platform that has organized extracurricular activities like boot camps and accelerators, enrichment programs, all the brainchild from him and things that he develops, and as far as business development ideas and making this platform, because that's what it is. It's a platform, making it by far the best in the business. It's not just the, it's not, we got to welcome LAL. That's the person that actually asked the question about the options. That's the guy that's the person that asked the question about the options before. So LAL, welcome. If Adam stops cursing, I'm unsubscribing. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're all friends, man. We're all friends.
Look, I don't curse like I'm not just sitting there cursing.
Yeah, you're not crazy.
I'm not like a foul,
man.
Right. It's not like, I mean, I'm not like that, but like after hours on a stressful day, I mean, I don't know. Are you guys not human beings? I'm a human being. Does anyone?
You let it fly. You let it fly.
But everybody does, dude. We're not calling out racial slurs and attacking people. We say the S word.
I try not to.
We say the S word, or we drop an F bomb in when it to describe something we're passionate about. I don't know. I just don't see it as. I respect your opinion if you don't like it. Okay? I respect it. Which is why I will give you notice if I'm going to say it. So to give you an opportunity to leave the room. But we don't do it during the day because we understand people could be at work, they could be listening. We're really mindful of those things. All right. I gotta fucking go.
Oh my! What a. Well played. Oh, well played. Well, guys, in other news, ASTS just broke lower. All right, there's ASTS. Again, we are short this position. This is an open position. I've been telling you guys about it. I'm still short. I'm short from $33.21. And we just cracked the lows of the day. We're now printing underneath $27. Look at this, $26.90. Give it to me. Give it to me. All right, so our entry from yesterday was literally right here. Was the entry yesterday. Let me just highlight it for you guys, and then we'll wrap things up. All right, right there was the entry from yesterday. We took profits into the close yesterday. We took more profits off today, and I plan on taking more profits off there tomorrow. This has become this is working itself out to be a really, really big trade for us guys. So again, just big congratulations. This is over triple digits. About 150% gain on the put option for members. And those of you that are, if you're short the equity, I'm short the equity. If you're in the put option, whoever you guys, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle, whether you trade options or you trade equities, there's something here for everybody. We day trade, we swing trade, we do futures, we do it all. We do zero DTE options. We do it all, folks. All right. Do yourself a favor and go to ttgoffer.com. Take advantage of the $500 price point before it is gone. $980 is the price after midnight tonight. $980 is the price after midnight tonight. We will be looking for shorts tomorrow in SMCI and AMD. It doesn't look like Jensen Huang is going to turn this stock around after the conference call. So what we're going to look for is just keep an eye on NVIDIA, right, over the next hour. If you don't see the stock, really recover, and when I say recover, I mean like get back into the high 120s. If you don't see that being the case, then I think that any bounce attempt tomorrow back into 123 to 124, I think that's resistance. So if you take a look here, what I want to draw for you, I want to highlight for you this zone right here, right? See this zone right here on NVIDIA? So NVIDIA today, low of the day support, right? And then here's support inside of this zone, okay? So here's the support intraday. After hours, we dropped initially right here into that spot, right? And then you bounced, it held, and then you broke that level. And then now, since you broke that level, you've had 1-2 touch. Now it's resistance, right? So you guys see this 123, 124. See this level right here now? Support, support. It was broken. Now resistance, resistance. So you see arrow, arrow, support, 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 circle, circle, resistance, resistance. Now you're underneath it. If tomorrow morning we are still underneath this zone, I think you look for shorts against it to fade. If during the conference call, the stock recovers and something is said by the CEO or CFO that takes you back above this level, then I would no longer look to fade or short that move tomorrow. I think you look for the stock to fade the low 120s and look for it to get back into the teens. That's going to be the game plan there, guys, for tomorrow for NVIDIA. All right. So there we have it, folks. Congrats, everybody, on what was a monster day in chat. SMCI, ASTS, okay, all these stocks to the downside today. Members killing it. So members killed SMCI puts. Members killed ASTS puts. Members killed Coinbase puts. They killed AMD puts. They killed Amazon puts. They killed Moderna puts. Just great trading. It's been a banner week for us in chat. You've had a lot of members have their biggest days or biggest trades ever. All jokes aside, at the TXG platform, if anyone ever starts with politics or religion or the bad words, Mike or Adam will warn, and it usually stops. That's facts. We work very hard to make sure that the TXG community remains politics free, religion free, right? You guys want to talk about politics and all that other nonsense, go to Facebook, go to X, go to Reddit. It ain't for here. Right here, I don't care where you live. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care who you love. I don't care about any of it. All I care about is making money. And if you care about making money, then this is a community that is for you. The end. Period. Simple. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care who you support and what war. I don't give a damn. True Trading Group is not the place for that. And anyone that speaks about that stuff in True Trading Group immediately gets muted. And we have a very, kind of a no tolerance policy for that kind of stuff. And that has always been the case at True Trading Group. And I promise you, it always will be the case at True Trading Group. All right. So that's it, folks. That does it. That wraps things up for us here today. Congratulations to all of my members on what was a fantastic day. Congratulations, everyone that is still short ASTS with me, as that stock's now fading now, 2680. And we, NVIDIA, our analysis was correct on the NVIDIA about the profit take on the guidance being in line, even though they beat earnings. We'll see if the stock recovers. If not, you've got the game plan, you've got the levels, you know what to do. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. If you haven't done so, go to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code required. The price is only $500. It's good till midnight. Then the price is $980. If you have any questions at all, text us. Don't hesitate. 1-888-306-8783. Phone numbers right down there at the bottom of your screen. Text us. Get your butts in chat. Let's make some damn money together. It's been a solid week. Let's keep it going. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Smash that like button. Don't ever miss out on these lives. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow, folks.